All right, so the left is breathlessly saying that the president isn't telling the truth over wiretapping allegations. Now, just take a look at some of the headlines from the New York Times, CNN, the Washington Post smearing the president. Trump offering no evidence, says Obama tapped his phones. Trump's baseless wiretap claim. And Trump, citing no evidence, accuses Obama of Nixon Watergate plot to wiretap Trump Tower. Now, the hypocrisy is stunning. Why? The New York Times is accusing the president of lying, but they are the ones that printed this headline on the front page of their paper of all days, January 20th. Wiretap data used in inquiry of Trump aides. Now, if you read the article, it says in part, quote, the FBI is leading the investigations, aided by the National Security Agency, the CIA, and the Treasury Department's Financial Crimes Unit. Now, the investigators have accelerated their efforts in recent weeks, but have found no conclusive evidence of wrongdoing, the official said. One official said intelligence reports, based on some of the wiretapped communications, had been provided to the White House. So the New York Times reported on wiretap communications that got to the White House. But somehow President Trump, he's the one who's lying? This is ridiculous, and it proves exactly why you, the American people, do not trust the media. Now, there's also the ridiculous statement from President Barack Obama's spokesman. A cardinal rule of the Obama administration was that no White House official ever interfered with any independent investigation led by the Department of Justice. As part of that practice, neither President Obama nor any White House official ever ordered, keyword, ordered surveillance on any U.S. citizen. Any suggestion otherwise is simply false. Now, the statement never said that President Obama didn't know about it, like the New York Times told us, just that he didn't order it. So is anyone in the press ever going to ask if Obama knew about the surveillance of an opposition party during an election year? Or will they just give him another pass? Here with reaction, editor-in-chief of LifeZette, Fox News contributor, nationally syndicated radio host. And she's got more titles than any guest we ever had, and best-selling author. And what are you throwing up in the air? My football?
Oh, just my phone. I just want to blow it up now and not even look at the phone.
Oh, my phone's been blowing up all day too. Yeah. I can only imagine. All right, this is really important. They reported on it. So all Donald Trump has to say is, well, I was just quoting you guys. You guys supposedly tell the truth. Who would ever doubt the New York Times? It becomes amusing. When are they ever going to say, ooh, maybe we were wrong, and apologize and retract?
Yeah, it's no doubt that January report, Sean, in the New York Times showed that the intelligence agencies had been monitoring former associates, advisors of Donald Trump. Applied for a FISA warrant once, was rejected, got a FISA warrant a second go-round. It looks like everyone from Roger Stone to Carter Page and Paul Manafort, and who knows how many other people were monitored. Now, I guess they're quibbling with the wording of Donald Trump's tweet. Okay, I'll concede that. Maybe the exact wording, maybe Obama didn't definitively order it, but maybe the president knew about it.
Well, the New York Times, if you look at that statement, it says they did know about it.
Yeah, well, definitely the administration did. I'm just saying specifically ordering it. I mean, that's what they're hanging this all on, and they did it at the White House briefing today. They went round and round and round with Sean Spicer about this. I think to little or no effect. What you see happening now in Washington is that Donald Trump's moving forward on his key agenda items, and there's a lot of disagreement on those agenda items, even among Republicans, as we're seeing with the Obamacare fight. But he's moving forward. He needs to keep doing that. And this Russia bombshell with WikiLeaks today, if that's verified, it looks like if it's verified, the intelligence agencies.
What do you make of it?
Well,
it's pretty
damning.
Think
it's really damning if it's true, because part of what was revealed is that our intelligence agencies are using countries like Russia as scapegoats when it's really them.
That to me was the most revealing thing to me. Great minds think alike here. Now, and we need to set this foundation. WikiLeaks has not been wrong in over 10 years. Not one time have they been proven wrong in terms of what they have released. You're right. If they were using specific deceptive techniques to make it look like the Russians, then that opens up the question, did in fact they try and pin all of this Russian conspiracy stuff that the media has fallen hook, line, and sinker for without any evidence? Did they do it internally? The same people that are leaking on Trump?
You know what's odd, Sean, is when the Democrats refused to release, the DNC refused to release their computers or their server
to the FBI.
For forensic analysis. I thought that was very odd. I mean, if you're worried about hacking, and you even can think it would be related back somehow to the Republican nominee, wouldn't you want to reveal that? I mean, wouldn't you want to find whatever you can find? So that, at the time, that struck me as odd. I know the president himself has referenced this several times. That was a red flag for me back then.
And they brought in outsiders to do it instead of the FBI?
Yeah, a third-party contractor. Why was that? Why was that done? So a lot of questions.
Am I wrong in thinking this runs much deeper and probably is connected to the leaks, or am I jumping out too far?
I don't think the White House communications team has to worry about the phones being looked at. You know, the team, like the assistant secretary, press secretaries, like leaking. No. If anyone's leaking here, it looks like from what we're seeing in WikiLeaks and some of these reports in the media, it's probably someone from the intelligence agencies and likely, very sadly, the CIA.
If all this turns out to be true, this could be a scandal much bigger than Watergate, couldn't it?
Exactly. Well, it could be, Sean, and that's why there are a lot of former elected officials were very concerned about allowing our intelligence agencies to get so big, so powerful, and when they get so big and powerful, they run so deep, and everyone calls it deep state. How are they accountable? Are they accountable to anybody?
This WikiLeaks revelation today, coupled with an interview I did with this guy, Benny, who was a 32-year NSA veteran who is a whistleblower, retired. He says every phone conversation, every text, every email of every American is locked up and metadata.
I saw that.
Scary.
Go back to in-person communication, Sean.
That's police state tactics. That would be frightening. All right. Good to see you, Laura, as always.
Great to see you.